The UW has done an amazing job throughout the pandemic, not only to prevent it, but also how we can help with recovery and going back to normal as soon as possible.
Now that COVID-19 community levels are lower, we can begin to relax COVID restrictions in some areas. One of the biggest changes at the university will be that masks are no longer required in most indoor settings. They'll still be required in healthcare settings, on the UW shuttles, and when returning to campus after isolation and quarantine, if you've tested positive or you've been exposed to someone who tested positive. Other than that, they're recommended on campus, and especially for people who are at higher risk.
We are changing our policies simply because the pandemic phase has changed. So a combination of infection and vaccination, about 75% of Americans are immune to Omicron. And that's why we can relax a little bit and lift these mandates.
A lot of people will understandably be anxious as they try to return to normal and take off the masks, and I'm here to say that's pretty normal. I think a lot of people are learning naturally that it's helpful to discuss this in advance, and I think that's obviously a very good strategy, such that you don't surprise each other and you can explain to each other why you're making the decision you make and try to understand each other. The truth is, people are leaving their masks on or taking their masks off for all sorts of sometimes very personal and individualized reasons.
Each one of us has to behave according to his or her own risk. And that's very important to remember.
It's still important to take precautions to continue to reduce our exposure and the potential for transmission, especially getting vaccinated and boosted, staying home if we have any symptoms of COVID, getting tested, and then considering to wear a mask where it's recommended.
The best lesson throughout this pandemic is you have to listen to the data. And you have to change as fast as you can based on what you are looking at. And that's what is very good about the University of Washington. We are so flexible. We look at the data, we change our decision based on what we see. And we're not afraid. We make the right decision based on the data and we move on. And that's very important.